So now you can open this Albatross, and you can check whether this accounts payable has been added or not. Go to Identity Warehouse, open this Albatross. Go to Entitlements section. So these are the attributes. These are the application accounts whatever application user has access to, and you can click on the entitlements as well. So from here, the accounts payable role has been added. If you want, let me open from role section. Okay. So if I'm going to open that IT role, there is only one entitlement called Entitlement 1. That Entitlement 1 has been added. So I didn't select any entitlement manually. I have selected only Business Role. So Business Role has been added, and the entitlement also added. Okay. If you want, you can open this Business Role. So here he's having required roles. There is no permitted roles, because we didn't select from that access request page. So the roles and entitlement will be assigned to the user. If you want, you can check this access request from the backend as well. So this is the request number ID 17. Go to Object Browser. So how you're going to search from the backend any idea. If it is a roles, then we are going to call them as bundles. If it is a managed entitlement. So the object name will be managed. Attribute. If it is identity application, it's going to remain same identity application. Then what about the access request? Any idea? Okay. It's going to be identity request, not access request. So from here, you can search the request number. The request ID is 17. So you could open this one. So whenever you are going to submit any access request, you can check. So these many things has been there. So inside the provisioning project, provisioning plan will be there. So let the provisioning plan will be there. Using this provisioning plan, we are going to call them this provisioning plan, and that access will be added. Okay. So we will learn later these things. See, I like you showed that provision code right, like I have a doubt in Sailpoint. And then we get to do something. Are there any specified save the codes wherein we just alter, or should we write from starting? Anything like this can you record? And if you are a developer, are we supposed to do from the beginning coding, or should we just do? No, no, no. These are the out-of-the-box workflows. Okay. No need to write anything from the scratch if there is a new requirement we couldn't achieve in using the out-of-the-box. Before we get into that, guys, do you know what is out-of-the-box? Yeah, it is like by default we are getting. By default, right. So we have a number of workflows like LCM workflows. We have LCM provisioning workflow. Okay. So we can achieve the provisioning using this workflow. This workflow has some sub-5 sub-workflow. Whenever we are going to submit any access request, those 5 sub-workloads will be called like, I think approved and provisioned LCM initialized. Notify identity. So we have some 5 sub-workflows. It's going to be called and it will provide the access. We have a setup to provision. So if client is not satisfied, application team is saying the provision has to be different. In that scenario, we have to build. I won't say we have to build from the scratch. We can use these codes for a reference. We can do the copy-paste as well. Okay. So no need to build anything from the scratch. So we have a 2 option. Let's take an example of native change deduction. If client is satisfied with the out-of-the-box feature, then it's fine. Well and good. We can do the same if they want some customization from there. And in that scenario, we have to build the code. Okay. We have to create a new workflow. We have to call it from somewhere. Okay. So talk about this. Standard attributes, extended attributes and all. So let me add entitlement, troll creation. Guys, any doubt from this entitlement and troll creation access? Request that approvals. Or we can define. It's confusing like roles. So let me explain one more time. So role, we are going to assign the entitlements only because application team will provide some entitlement. Then the moment we are going to assign those entitlement to the user will be getting access. Have you worked on Active Directory or any other application? Yes. Okay. So in Active Directory usually, we will provide in groups. We will add in groups in the member of tabs. Okay, the moment I'm going to add any groups to any server, the user will be access to some particular server, particular application. Okay. The same way. Here we are going to call them as entitlement. The moment I'm going to assign any entitlement to the user, the entitlement will be having the application access and all. It's already predefined from the application team. So we don't have any concern about that. The moment I'm going to assign any entitlement, user will be getting the particular application access. Okay. So instead of selecting one by one manually, if we have to assign some 75 entitlement, 100 entitlement in that scenario, yeah, we make it as one. So I'll create one role, and I'll combine all the entitlements. Right. So I can submit one role. It's to simplify the process. Access request. To save the time and all. Okay. So we have 4 types of role in Sailpoint. Organizational role, business role, IT role, and entitlement. But real-time scenario. We are going to use only 2, business role and IT role. You can combine all the entitlements into IT role, and you can combine all IT roles, and you can create one business role. So these are the things. Based on the department, based on that location, we can create based on the requirement. If it is a developer, then we can create one developer role, business role, and that some IT role will be there. You can consider, based on the server level, we can create some IT level access. You want to log into 4 server like dev environment, test environment, then you can create 4 IT role. Does it make sense, Bache? Yeah. Okay. For 4 environment, you can create 4 IT role, and you can combine those 4 IT role, and you can create one business role. Whenever developer is going to join your organization, you can assign one business role to the developers.